Greetings, Rock Cloud. Thank you for the reading. What piqued my interest was the human trafficking. Now, there's a lot more to this story, but I'll divulge all the rest of it at a later time. What I need to tell you is now I need your help to stop the child and human trafficking. And what I mean to say is, from on and off, in between murder attempts and incarcerations for protecting myself and defending myself and my loved ones in Pahrump, Nevada, Nye County, aka Lye County, aka the Nylite Zone, which the Area 51 facility has a basic agreement and contract. The reptilians and the Greys have a contract with the sheriff's department and the Just Us system itself, where a lot of things are overlooked, let's just say, in that town, meaning they do whatever the hell they want because they're run by a bunch of Illuminati satanic Freemasons. Long story short, there are human cages out in the middle of the desert. Now, these were some other individuals whose credible testimonies I believe. But what I do know is there is a ton of child and human trafficking going on, some of which was tied in with illegal aliens being allowed to be a part of this through the sheriff's department and the Just Us system at large, and the satanic cult of the Mormon Church and other groups behind them. So there is a former dairy ranch, cattle ranch, that was converted to a hemp farm that inside the area where there were supposed to be cattle, there were actually human cages. There was you can just guess what was going on in there. Blood, children's underwear, hair, nails, people trying to claw their way out. And there is a winery. There's actually two wineries, but one of the wineries there has a satanic church on the premises. And every Saturn day, they do their sacrifice. Is plural. So there's also warehouses where things go on that you could just imagine. There's also a pizza shop that, if you are in the church of Saturn with the right passwords, you can buy human meat. And these houses, if they shine certain colored lights, if they have certain colored lights, light bulbs outside, it means different things to their cult. And unfortunately, I kept running into these things without being fully aware at the time what I was getting myself into. I was basically enticed over to a property by a woman, and it ended up basically being like a a setup. But what I found out was Elvin Thornton, who he spells his name multiple ways because he's a criminal informant, stooge for these Freemason shill out there, was involved in human trafficking and missing women, preferably Mexican women. And then there was a church called Joy Divine Church, who Pastor Vivian Chess and her sons were ringmasters in the human trafficking and meth and heroin sales, but mostly to get these women that were disadvantaged or homeless or on drugs, or even if they weren't on drugs, to get them on drugs so that they could get them over to their property and they could put them in like the sex slave business. So they tried killing me numerous times and were unsuccessful. They took my parental rights away. I lost my daughter to her mother's aunt, who doesn't let me talk to her. So the whole thing of it is part of our meeting, part of me helping you before, is to ask that you return the favor, in the sense that we shut this operation down in Pahrump, Nevada, Nye County entirely, and that these Mormon Freemason cult members within the Just Us system, all the judges, all the prosecutors, all the prosecutors, the prostitutors, and these public pretenders that are all in on this, not to mention illegal gun sales and trade, and all the drug trade that's going on. It's been made aware to me that there's basically a meth lab up on the BLM, and I encountered federal agents up there at one time looking for some sage. We were picking sage, a friend of mine and I, and we stumbled upon likely the area where this meth manufacturing facility is. So your ties to the military and the white hats would very much like this information, and I would very much like to return the favor of them attempting to, through witchcraft, sorcery, criminal informant plants, and like paid actors of their Hunger Games Truman Trauma show, that they devised against me, the schemes to repay their failed attempts with finally taking them down for good. So if you can help get the light of truth shined on Nye County, I can offer more evidence and information. There is more to the story, but this is just one of the videos. I'm going to do another video next about the vision I had, but I'm going to make it separate. Thank you.